Welcome back to the Ender's Game on Blu-ray Disc Tournament, presented by MLG and Game On. We're about to hop into Game 1 of Acer's Scarlett versus
MYI's Kane.
MYA's Kane. Why doesn't he have a clan tag?
Sure he has on Europe. It's like...
Oh, it's NA account, so he doesn't care. He doesn't care about America?
Well,
in the NA
I don't know if
Invitational?
MYI has the team on NA necessarily.
No, maybe not.
Yeah.
Why don't you have the Carbot portrait?
I don't know.
It's pretty sad.
I have it on my other account.
Okay. Is that like a special collector's edition portrait or whatever?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just... I don't even know.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Scarlett's lagging a little bit, so we're gonna wait. Last time they faced each other, Kane actually won 2-0.
Was it 2 or 2-1?
In this tournament?
In this tournament?
No, well, in the last tournament. This, yeah.
Do you remember? Rob.
I can't remember.
I thought you drew the stats up.
Rob,
well, we need them
okay,
now.
guys.
Rob, thanks.
The stats will pop up on the screen in the next 5 seconds.
Yeah, Rob will have the stats. They should start scrolling across, like, right here.
Right about now.
Scrolling across now?
Yep.
Okay.
So now you guys know the score of the last series between Scarlett and Kane, but I'm pretty sure Kane came up ahead on that one.
Yeah, he did.
So he finished first in his group,
Mm-hmm.
which had Scarlett in it. So now they're fighting for elimination.
Indeed. Elimination and promotion. The winner of this will go on to the round of 4.
Round of 4 indeed.
And the loser of this will be out of the tournament completely.
Forever.
That indeed.
With no chance whatsoever to ever face
Permanently
Chad
banned
Jones.
from all MLGs and tournaments with Chad Jones in them.
Yep.
Maybe not.
Probably not.
Chad Jones. Wow. The man, the legend.
Just sitting in his throne,
Awaiting the first challenger. The Fresh Prince.
Challenger.
The Fresh Prince
sitting over the skulls of Bolt and Violet.
I think so.
With one
on
hand.
like each, one like on the throne of
in
the
the
chair.
handles, yeah.
Just waiting.
Yeah.
With his with that song, with his K-pop on in the background.
Yeah. Chad Jones. Someone should do an art of
awesome,
that.
like a really
awesome
good
art,
one.
like
really good one.
Chad
That
Jones.
Like
Here's what it
like
is.
His face is like dark, and you see like the red
Chad
eyes.
Jones. It's like half dark, half light. It has to be lit up from an angle. It's Chad Jones wearing his standard glasses. The throne kind of looks like the head of the Colossus.
Maybe.
Towards the end. And in each of the handles is the skull of Violet and Bolt. That's gonna be tough to do. You have to like use
Match
some
their facial
desaturated
features and whatnot.
and also like you gotta match the color sort of like they were painted over kind of, because otherwise it will like just look too weird.
Or maybe to make it easy, they could do like a black and white kind of comic-ish.
Yeah,
and then like with
yeah.
all the shadows, like you have like the dark.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and it would look really like Marvel kind of.
If you can figure out with a stray, it looks like he should be somewhere on the ground as well, just dead.
Because Chad annihilates.
Corpses of
Trey should probably go down there too, right? Oh, and Huck definitely.
So, Chad just sitting on the throne, awaiting, wife beater, obviously. Is what
Of course.
he has to do, right?
So someone should...
We have to incorporate Scarlett into that waiting for Scarlett, because Scarlett's the one that knocked him out in the last tournament.
Yeah, but is she gonna be the one to win this tournament? This tournament is good. It's there's a lot of good players. Already we have Scarlett not finishing first of her group.
Although she did have a little bit of trouble getting out of her group last time in the last.
Oh yeah, last tournament she was one series from elimination twice.
Although to be, man, what a group for Scarlett, man. Like everything that could be bad about a group, I think, is in this group. She lost to somebody that she beat 4-0. She had to go up against Hitman, who is known for beating her.
And now one of her
and now
best
she
friends
has to go up against one of her best friends,
also the
who
person
beat
who
her
beat her in the
last time.
tournament.
Yeah. Who can't and losing to Hitman is one thing, because you can prepare for that and metagame him hard and take him out. But Kane is a much different story. Kane is able to play multiple styles of ZVZ.
He can be extremely aggressive. He can be
and Kane is a much more well-rounded player than Hitman. Kane didn't just come out of nowhere because he all-in somebody for 3 or 4 games in a row and like, wow, Kane's really good. Kane has always been one of those players that's been kind of working his way up. Kind
of like Huck. Like Huck also, like Kane, he started... Well, no, I think both Kane and Huck started with very aggressive strategies and moved on to strong macro, and then both transitioned to a mix.
Kane definitely did that. I agree. 100%.
I think that Huck also
did Huck transfer to strong macro? I'm not trying to shut up.
Huck has really strong macro.
Okay. I didn't know.
I think Huck has a similar problem to what Minigun has. I think that especially when he faced Korean opponents or opponents that he maybe gave too much credit, he would always go back to 8 gates and the very aggressive builds. But his macro is actually really good.
That's good. Every time I read anything about Huck on like Reddit, it just says like warp gates, so I didn't know if that was like a.
And yeah, that's the story of Huck's tournaments. Perhaps not so much as of late, but you know his biggest tournament performances have been like, oh, Huck is gonna 8 gate and he's gonna lose this, and it's indeed, you know, like against top Korean players, or against some of the best foreigners, including Scarlett. But when he plays a macro game, he's a very, very, very dangerous player.
Sure. Maybe it's just a confidence thing going in. You don't expect your macro game to be good enough to, which is really frustrating.
Yeah, everyone changes their play
really
style
sad.
a little bit in
I
tournaments.
wish people wouldn't do that.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to do, dude.
Yeah, and I see Minigun. I remember when Minigun used to do that all the time. We would I'd see him practicing. His macro game was unbeatable, and then he'd go to a tournament and he'd do some really dumb opening, some really dumb stuff, and you'd be like, Minigun, why didn't you just play? And he'd be like, it won't work against Koreans. Trust me, it'll never work. It'll never work. It's like, Chad, fucking, just.
Yeah, and lately, I think he's changed that mentality.
Definitely. Now that he's clambering,
he was extremely confident going up against Violet, for example, and he managed to defeat him in a 3-2, but it could have easily been a 3-0. He should have never lost the game on Frost, or he was just not paying attention. So yeah,
Scarlett's still having a couple lag issues. We're working on getting her back in here. Yeah.
And yeah, this is what makes me so excited about this sort of tournament, and thankful towards MLG for giving North American and Lionsgate the opportunity to have this sort of tournament, to develop those players that, you know, to develop the confidence of it. Like imagine like Minigun just winning that tournament, like that was the happiest moment of his StarCraft 2 career.
Probably, yeah, definitely.
And he's always, I think, had the potential to win tournaments like that. But imagine Minigun going to a tournament that doesn't just have Polt and Violet, but also Life and Jaedong. Like, it's gonna be much harder.
Winning games in tournaments, it's hard to imagine if you've never like played in tournaments, but. It seems weird to think, like, why would Chad care so much? Like, he's rank 1 and 2 and NA, blah, blah, blah. Winning games in tournaments just feels so much better. Like, it would almost feel better to beat, like, a Masters player in a tournament than to be rank 1 on ladder.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just knocking down players in tournaments, advancing in brackets, seeing yourself advance in a tournament, and knowing that you're progressing towards getting to the finals of the tournament. Like, those feelings of knocking those players out is so much different.
And looking back on the tournament as well, and seeing the player pool that, you know, you've bested.
Definitely. And the Twitch player pool for that tournament was pretty good.
Oh, it was fantastic.
So really cool. And we keep mentioning NA only. The cool thing is that the next have we talked about the next bout of tournaments yet before MLG? Or no?
I don't think so, but I don't see.
Like
I mean, we could talk about it.
I mean, just like the next few tournaments that MLG will be running are going to be in not invitational but open qualifiers, I think, right?
No, there will be. I don't know if we should discuss the format right now.
Maybe we don't actually know yet.
No, I think we're pretty much sure of what it's gonna be like.
More opportunities for
there
other
there
NA
will
players?
be opportunities. And the next bunch of tournaments are gonna be to qualify for MLG Anaheim. So there will be MLG Anaheim qualifiers. Many of them will be invitational tournaments, but we'll try to keep the voting open and a system where, you know, top players can return, but there will also be open qualifiers
and the ability to get some new blood, fresh blood.
Yeah, absolutely. So definitely looking forward to that. And again, those tournaments are gonna seed into pool play at MLG. This might be the first time we're mentioning it, but more details will be coming to everyone about that soon.
So, do you know what Scarlett's doing? I think I know what she's doing.
What is she doing?
So,
is this Jerry Links?
Is Jerry Links?
That's what Australian people call it. Is it gonna be like is she gonna go for an expansion and just go for a lot of links without Banes?
Yeah, exactly. This build is really weird. because it hits with speedlings from 2 bases way earlier than you would expect.
Yeah.
Typically, when you do a 15 hatch, you do your 15 hatch, you get your gas, you get your speed, you get your baneling nest. Oh, and Kane is even delaying his gas a bit. That gas was kind of late. You get your speed, you get your banes, you don't really think much about it. However, what Scarlett just did here, dropping that gas before the pool, when you're doing a pool first hatch build, it's actually going to give her the ability, she should be pulling all of her drones out. Yep. What it actually does is it's going to give her speedlings really early. And what it's going to do is it's going to give her the ability to slam a ton of speedlings into Kane's base way before banelings are there. We're talking like 24 speedlings just like at your base, and you have no answer. You don't.
It's pretty all any play.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, you have
Kane
to do damage.
Could also choose to go for the baneling nest first. And
before speed would be an option.
Yeah. The thing that I'm not too keen on is that Scarlett chose this map to do it on, because on this map the Overlord can scout inside the main, even if it's not a hatch first, as we saw. I'm surprised actually Kane didn't go straight for the main.
I'd be really surprised. He scouted the gas though. I would be really surprised if Kane didn't drop the baneling nest first, and I don't think he is. He's going to go for speed first.
Well, even if he does, he can still defend. All he has to do is make links non-stop and potentially a spike crawler or something like that.
Maybe, yeah.
So,
I guess we'll see. Hopefully, Kane. Like I said, it's really weird because like the gas could go up after the pool and you don't really think much of it, but it is a big difference in timing.
There's a spike crawler.
Yep, and there is a spike crawler started, so I think Kane understands.
Kane should not be chasing with his 4 lanes.
Yeah, given that her speed is going to finish first. That's an odd decision. Is Scarlett going to drone or?
No,
she is.
Oh wow.
Maybe because she saw that Kane
scouted. Mind games, yeah.
So I mean, it's a responsible decision by Scarlett. She would have to think very little of Kane to know that Kane scouted with the Overlord and to still continue with her Ling all in.
Yeah,
I think.
But at the same time, like I just don't understand the plan altogether because of the way she opened up this map. Like, yeah, how is it ever not gonna be scouted on this map? Yeah.
Maybe I was gonna say maybe something as simple as taking the left gas instead, because it would be a little bit harder to scout. But Kane could have just sent the Overlord a little bit deeper in.
I think Kane canceled the spike roller.
Wow.
That was a mind trick.
And he probably canceled it because when he had his Ling here, he scouted the baneling nest.
Yep.
And if you see the baneling nest, you know that this isn't going to be the build I was waiting for.
Yeah.
So great, good, just
good read by Kane.
Perfect responses from both players.
Yeah.
The only thing that I would call into question maybe is Scarlett deciding to do the build in the first place, considering that, like you said, the Overlord can make it to the base to scout. Let's put Scarlett in a little bit of an off position, but not hugely off. It just gives her a minor drone disadvantage.
Yeah, I mean she's kind of behind in gas as well.
Yeah.
Although she's starting a lair. Well, Kane is going for double upgrades. Scarlett is going to be going into Muta here, I believe.
It's looking like
it could be Roaches, but it's most likely going to be Muta. And double upgraded links can be fantastic against Muta. That double upgrade links, it's going to be really easy for Kane to deny the third and threaten aggression every time that the Muta are threatening aggression towards him. So basically, if the Muta go, okay, I'm gonna kill you with, or I'm gonna try to go to your side of the map and do damage with my Muta, Kane can say, I'm gonna send links towards your side of the map and I'm gonna do way more damage way faster than your Muta can.
And when you get Mutas, like, you have Mutas because you want map control, you want to be aggressive, you want to lock them out of their third, you want to kill Overlords. But when the enemy has 1/1 Lings, you can't do any of that. You're literally just babysitting your base with your Mutas, which is the last thing you want to do with Mutas, waiting for the Lings to come in. And even if you babysit, okay-ish run by, those are all going to get killed. Even if you babysit with your Muta, those Lings could still do damage, because +1 Lings are really scary. Like, you need Lings or Spines or something on the ground.
Yeah, or a lot of Banelings to account for them.
Or a lot of Banelings. Banelings are not that good against +1 Lings though. When they get that 1 Carapace, it takes 3 Banelings to kill a Ling or 2 Banelings instead of 1, which is a big difference. It sounds dumb, but there's a huge difference between 20 1 HP 1/1 Lings in your base and 20 dead Lings. You know, it's so huge. Because you don't want to attack them with your drones. Like, you'll lose a lot even if they're all at 1 HP.
Yeah, or even your Lings. Yeah, so I like Kane's position better, despite Scarlett having much quicker tech and Aspire much quicker. Kane is getting his own lair now, which I'm not a huge fan of, actually. When I go for styles like this, I prefer to get a lot of queens for defense. while continuing to make links and trying to get a better economy, get a faster third.
I think I can understand the lack of queens though, just because I don't think Scarlett's ever going to be able to.
Oh, great trade.
A little bit of a mistake. I don't think Scarlett's really going to be able to send mutas to his base. I also like how he took the third to the right because Scarlett has the other third scouted with an overlord. Maybe to kind of juke Scarlett into thinking he doesn't have a third, you know?
Yeah, and 1-1 is about to finish, and here's where Kane gets a lot stronger than Scarlett on the ground.
Oh.
And she's definitely gonna rely on those banelings and the muta to keep her third safe, but I don't think she's gonna be able to keep this third alive.
I don't think. I would be really surprised to see Kane leave here.
Yeah, why is he
really surprised to see Kane leave here?
He just hit his 1-1
His 1-1 timing, yeah, and he's running away. The last thing you want to do is give those muta free roam because it's actually really bad for him.
Yeah, I really don't like this by Kane. He's making 4 sport crawlers and 3 queens at a time now. But again, like the sport crawlers are okay, but
he needs to put pressure on with the links. That's
exactly.
That's the whole point of the build.
Yeah, that's what keeps the muta back. If your links are attacking, the muta are back. You don't really need those force all that much.
Yep.
Now the muta are on Kane's side of the map, and Kane is counter-attacking, but Scarlett just with perfect baneling positioning and just perfect baneling control. And Kane messed up a little bit on the baneling control.
A little bit. I kind of wonder.
Oh no, Kane! That was as good as a baneling hit as he could expect, and still he might be able to break through here. Oh, leaving the queen with 1 HP, just making a few small mistakes here and there, Kane is.
So, here's a question. I know I said that Kane is very versatile with a lot of styles. I see him often playing a roach-heavy style. Does he have a lot of experience playing 1-1 links?
Oh, with muta, he has a lot of experience. 1-1 links, I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure. I don't think I've seen him play 1-1 links a lot.
Usually when you play against 1-1 links as a Zerg, you hate it because the guy with the 1-1 links is like always in your face. He's so aggressive. You know that the second you leave your base, he's on. If I'm playing against 1-1 links and I have muta and they pull back to their base, it's like Christmas. Like,
yeah.
You're
exactly.
gonna go 1-1 links and just let me go attack. Like, thank you.
Yeah,
like,
the 1-1 links are not there to babysit.
Yeah, no, they have to be.
The 1-1 links are there to be aggressive and force you to babysit.
And if you throw enough 1-1 links at somebody going muta, like even if you're on 3 bases with a shit economy and no lair, you can win the game. If you just keep going and going, like it's possible to just hammer them down enough, or at the very least, you know, like you said, you're keeping the mutas locked in the base, you're droning up.
Yeah, at this point though, Scarlett has established her third, pretty much uncontested.
Yeah,
that's just a really tough position for 1-1 links because that's what you want to deny.
That's like the whole goal of your build. Like your objective with that build is to deny the third.
Yeah.
So to let it go up, to let a fourth go up. Oh, I don't know what's going on. That's really strange.
Yeah, it's really strange.
It's really strange. Kane hesitated really hard with those 1-1
Yeah,
links.
I'm wondering if he would straight up say it was a mistake. I would love to ask him. Because sometimes a player has a different plan than what you have in mind, or what you can see from your own experience.
Possibly.
So,
but I don't think that.
I don't think he's putting himself in a good position here. But
he's in an okayish position. But those links, if he would have been more aggressive with them, if he wouldn't have denied the third, he would have at least did a lot of damage and killed everything else on the ground.
I think so.
And saved a queen at his own third that got picked up by muta. So.
Scarlett now transitioning into roaches. Kane transitioning into infestors, which is also pretty good.
Okay-ish, except he doesn't really have much to back him up on the ground. He doesn't have any mutas of his own and no real ground army of his own. I think that Roach muta will plow through. Actually, I think Scarlett's in a really commanding position. If she just matches his Roaches right now from 4 bases and just keeps throwing them,
sure.
she'll just take him out. Fungal is good, but a recent patch did affect the fungal damage, and it's gonna. I mean, Kane just doesn't have enough to work with those infestors to make it work. So I'm gonna be interested to see what happens.
Yeah, he's gonna need perfect fungals pretty much.
What?
He's gonna need perfect fungals.
Oh yeah, absolutely perfect fungals. Like so perfect that Scarlett also messes her own positioning.
Oh right. Yeah, I was just talking about that with Aegas earlier. Yeah, perfect fungals most of the time. If anyone gets perfect fungals, it's
because you messed up.
Yeah, because your opponent messed up and you hit the best fungal possible. It's not possible that you know.
Success is it's like talent meets opportunity or something.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. That's a saying.
Good. Who said that?
Or hard work meets opportunity, I think. That's it.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So we have Hydras coming out. Ooh. Another thing Kane should notice. We're being really critical of Kane. Kane is a very good player. But another thing Kane should notice is the muta production stopped. It's pretty obvious to you, right? that the meter production has stopped. So I don't know if I like the decision.
He's adding a few. She's adding a few here and there.
Yeah, well, I mean, she is now, but I mean, this deep in. Oh, she's hiding meter actually. Oh, never mind. That's really good on her. She is hiding meter.
Yeah, so she's looking to crush Kane's army maybe with banelings
Possibly.
later on.
I mean, she can really build
she does
anything.
have baneling speed already.
But Kane is doing a really good job at keeping everything scouted. Now, Kane did pick up, and I even missed that. Kane did pick up that Scarlett's been hiding mid, so that's why she is getting the Hydralisk, which is good. But it's going to be really hard to defend these attacks. Scarlett maxed out, looking to pressure this fourth.
Yeah,
Monster
Fungal's going to be critical.
Definitely.
Especially on the banelings. If
However,
he can't get all the muto clumped, it has to be the banelings.
It's pretty scary to be going mass baneling against Infestor, though, I will say that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Especially in a map as choky as this.
Yeah, even though Scarlett is definitely ahead and has more of a bank and a fourth established for much longer, Kane's army is pretty scary.
I think that Kane has the exact type of army he needs to come back in this game. If he lands the good fungals. If he lands those good fungals.
That's a good fungal. Oh, not a great one now. No, this is not gonna be enough, I don't think.
The fungal needs to go down.
There's still 4 more fungals, 6 more fungals.
Yeah. Oh, that was an okayish fungal.
Yeah, this is good.
I don't know. That's a lot of baneling coming in.
Too many banelings left.
But the baneling's crashing into roaches. That's a mistake from Scarlett. However, all the hydras are dead.
The spore kind of saves the day. I think Scarlett might have been able to.
She does not have enough hydras to fight that. She needs to back up. Or Kane needs to back up. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not enough muta to fight. No, not even close to enough muta. So many transfuse, or not close enough queen. Holy crap! What units are in this game? All the Zerg on Zerg action makes me sad.
Yeah.
Scarlett pulling back.
This is the right call by Kane to try and counterattack with his roaches, perhaps a little bit late. But yeah, remaking infestors, making spores. That's exactly what he needs to do. He's not gonna be able to make any units, any number of units that are gonna be able to stop Scarlett without spores right now. So I think infestor spore is the best, and then maybe roaches on the ground as he's doing. Most people intuitively, it's like, oh man, I need hydras to deal with those muta, but realistically the muta are gonna have a tough time engaging on spores, although she has so many. Missing a fungal out of the very few that he has left. This base is gonna go down. But yeah, the scary part is gonna be the links. If you don't have roaches to protect your infestors against those links, it gets even tougher. She just has way too many muta at this point, I think.
Oh, even if he landed this fungal, I don't think he has enough chain fungal to back it up.
No, he has like 1 fungal.
Yeah, 1, 2. Still not enough really to back it up. Maybe she could pick up a few of the, or he could pick up a few of the hydras, but
yeah, he's still pretty close in supply. If he can get maxed again and have enough infestors in his army composition, ultras.
Interesting.
I don't really like this too much. I mean, they're gonna demolish lings. They're gonna be okay against banelings if the banelings choose to explode on them. But
ultras aren't terrible, but when you've got like swarm hosts, which one I think would be much better, or broodlords.
I mean, Scarlett has anything to take care of.
Oh, there is a decent amount of fungal available here. Does he have one more? Oh, Kane needs to not run in there. Oh, no more fungal on that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think ultras are a good decision here by Kane.
Oh, by Kane. Kane was the one building the ultras. Yeah. Never mind. Oh, that is really weird. Ultras are really good at killing lots of lings and tanking lots of banelings, but if Scarlett moves past the ultras, then it's...
Yeah, and she has so many muta. Yeah. I feel like Kane's main... That's Kane's main problem here, right?
I think the idea is...
He is somehow ahead in supply, though.
Yeah, I think the idea with Kane is that if you can get a decent number of Hydra Infestor, you actually become unengageable by even infinite numbers of muta, right?
Right.
So I think Kane's goal is just, if I can get up to that much, then the Ultras will kind of hold up the lings, and the mutas can't do anything because I've got enough.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's kind of like Widowmine.
Yeah, but he had already made a lot of roaches, and he's so far behind in supply that I feel like maybe in the Remax, or when he has more money, he could have added Ultra. Because Ultra pretty much neutralized all the lings, but all those roaches already do that. I mean, there's no other purpose to the roaches right now against Scarlett's unit composition.
Maybe if he didn't have any roaches then. Especially because all of his upgrades are on ground anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe.
Still trying to trade some supply, and not even trade, actually. Just
I think he's more just kind of scouting looking to harass, because he's not really in a position to trade supply because he can't remax. But 9 drones coming online for Kane. Oh, he lost a lot of drones on that last attack. 17 killed.
Yeah, and now he has a lot of spores situated, and at least at that third base. If he does the same for his fourth, I can't help but to think Scarlett needs to switch off of this unit composition. She stayed on it for so long, and it's been working for her.
It works up to a point.
She keeps remaxing on it.
Yeah, mutas are something that if you don't close the game out, you go to identify it early enough. And I like a swarm host transition from muta because you've already forced the enemy into going ground.
Yeah.
And that's why I thought when you said earlier that she was getting ultras, but it was actually Kane. I said
no, Kane was getting.
Yeah. That's why I was saying it. Swarm host would be better, but I think a swarm host transition has to happen for Scarlett because once you hit a certain number of Hydra Infester, if you've got like 4 to 6 full energy Infester and like 20 Hydra, 400 muta are gonna die to that. Like you can't. You don't want to fly over it in a magic box. You don't want to.
She has to go either. Well, she's going ultra herself. I don't mind that at all. Ultra are gonna be fine too, especially because she's gonna have a bank. And Ultra will beat anything on the ground, pretty much. And
maybe. I mean,
Kane is
Roach Hydra with a lot of infested Terrans can be really annoying for Hydra to deal with.
Yeah, I don't think Kane has that many infested Terrans, though.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
And, I don't know. Even then, I think it favors Ultra. Maybe not on this map because it's so choky.
Yeah. I think that infested Terran wall is still a really powerful ability to keep Hydras, or to keep Ultras away from you. You get a lot of Roach Hydra and you're upgraded decently well on ground.
Oh, this is great by Kane. Great little counter attack here. That's gonna trade okay against the Lings. Gonna trade really well, actually.
Yep, she does not have 3/3 yet on her Lings. Lots of Banlings have the potential to die here. Oh, pull the Banlings back, which is good on Scarlett.
The Muta are gonna have no problem with that. And Kane dropping quite a bit in supply, which, as we've established, he can't really
replace it yet.
So maybe you shouldn't be sending that big of a... But that was a good idea, I think.
One of the worst ways to lose a Zerg is when you're on that point, you're like, okay, and maxed, it's time to trade supply. And then you go and you send like 15 roaches out and you 30 supply down, you're like, I don't really have the money to replace it yet. Shit.
Yeah.
Which kind of happened there, but I mean, he's getting more money. He's got a lot of stuff.
Kane is going Ultra and Infestor. If he can identify that Scarlett's also going Ultra, then one of the best ways that he could go about this, I think, is by making additional Queens. Queens are so good in Ultra versus Ultra.
Transfuse is really important.
Quite Transfuse is gigantic.
Oh, needs to.
This is a pretty uncommon situation though, Ultra versus Ultra.
Yeah.
This is a pretty great game we're having right now between these two.
Yep. The only thing that worries me is Ultra versus Ultra.
Oh, this Banelings could do a lot of damage though.
Possibly, yeah.
Is there an Infestor there? Not an Infestor there.
Drone.
That was okay.
I think that was pretty good.
Well, I don't think she just killed 35 workers.
No, but I think it was like 10.
Maybe.
The only thing that worries me right now is I really feel like Scarlett needs to get off the mutas because Roach, Ultra versus Ultra.
Oh, and she's going potentially.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I like
Broodlords would be good. Broodlords would definitely be good. Maybe even better than Swarm House in this particular situation.
Yeah, I think so. I think so as well. And she's building up a bank right now, so she's just comfortable not trading her muta for now, and continuing to build up a bank. Then she can start adding static defense just to make sure that when she does transition to Broodlords, she's able to do that without risking dying, because that's a tough transition. You make Corruptors, which are going to be pretty worthless against anything that Kane has right now. And that's a timing window that's really easy to hit for Kane.
Okay.
It's a large one. So I would like to see Scarlett adding static defense here pretty soon.
He didn't transfuse. He kind of killed his own Ultraless Cavern there.
Yeah.
Scarlett maybe gonna lose.
That's a lot of meter. She's gonna lose all of it. Oh, well, half of it. I like what Scarlett's doing.
Yep, splitting the muta up. Oh my god, and Kane might actually miss. I think he didn't fungal.
Wow.
Oh no.
Scarlett's so good. Yeah, she was basically
like
saying,
4
okay,
or 5
like
muta.
Whichever infestor you send forward is gonna die to this 5 muta.
Oh, that was really unfortunate for Kane.
Yeah, great play by Scarlett though. Great crisis management there. I thought those muta were there for sure. And
the muta's still hacking away at Kane's natural there.
Yeah, Kane has to remake that lair.
Oh, she can't afford, or Kane can't afford to lose all these infestors, losing a lot of infestors to those muta.
Yeah, and Scarlett does have a bank to remake whatever she wants. She is choosing to go for ultras, but Kane's ultra army is much bigger than Scarlett's.
And this is the problem with all those muta. Even though the muta themselves are okay for harassing and whatnot, in a straight up fight, the Roach Hydra backing the ultra are so much better.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So
all
much
the
better
supply
than
of Scarlett was across them. No, 2 Ultra here dying for free. This is fantastic for Kane right now.
Kane needs to be careful not to get engaged on like this. He doesn't want to lose.
The Infestors go down for free as well. A huge blunder on Scarlett's part. And right now, I don't think that Scarlett can do anything but to sit back and wait until she has
but
the
even
entire
at that,
army.
I mean, she has no gas left. She can't build anything of worth now. Lings against Ultras are no good. I think that's going to be it.
There's very little hope for Scarlett now. That was a very poor engagement by her. And again, static defense is something that she absolutely needed. She had the better bank. She had the
15
spines way more bases. Yeah, 15 spines. 15 spines. Absolutely crush that, I think. Or at least give her enough time to replace her Muta.
Muta are just it's the exact same in ZVT and ZVZ, I think, to where like if you're gonna go Mutas, like it's really good, but you gotta be ready to ditch him once the opponent has the Mutas under control. Especially in ZVZ. Like Ultra versus Ultra is whatever, but when one Ultra is backed up by Roach Hydra and the other Ultra is backed up by Muta, like watching Mutas,
or not even then, like Kane there was just so much supply invested into the Muta.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Kane
what I'm saying.
Even, like Kane, even without the Roach Hydra, Kane would have probably had enough.
Just Ultra, possibly, yeah, because Ultras don't really do much damage to it. I think a full upgrade Ultra is 6 Carapace or 7, because they get +5, 2 from the upgrade and then 3 from armor ups, and then they start with 1 or 2.
1, I think.
Do they just start with 1? They get
or no, or do they start with robbed from production?
A fully upgraded Ultra.
I think it's 5 armor. 5 armor. Yeah, I think.
But doesn't it start naturally with 1 or 2?
No.
It has to.
No.
I know it does.
Okay, want to bet?
I know it starts with at least 1.
Okay, how much?
It's $10 again.
Okay, $10. Go check it out.
Yeah, we're gonna be right back. We're gonna take a quick 90-second break. We'll be back for game.